All right, today we're going to unpack a system that has totally changed how we shop, how we sell, and really, how we live. We're talking about e-commerce.
I mean, you know the drill, right? You're scrolling on your phone, you see something you like, you tap buy now, and boom, a few days later, a package just shows up at your door. It feels like magic. But have you ever really stopped to think about the incredible, complex engine running behind that one little click? What actually happens between you tapping that button and the doorbell ringing?
So, to really get what's going on behind the scenes, we've got to start with the basics. What even is e-commerce?
Okay, so on the surface, it's pretty simple. Just buying and selling stuff using the internet. But it's actually a little deeper than that. It's not just about the product changing hands. It's about the money moving seamlessly and, just as importantly, all the data flying back and forth to make the whole thing happen. You can think of it as the entire digital ecosystem that stepped in to replace the good old-fashioned store.
And to make this idea really stick, let's try a little analogy. Just imagine the entire internet is one giant shopping mall.
I mean, just think about how similar it is. In a real mall, you walk around, you pick something up, you go to a cashier and pay. Online, you scroll through a feed, you click Add to Cart, and you pay with a digital wallet. The actions are virtual, sure, but what you're trying to do, the goal, is exactly the same.
And that's really what it all boils down to. That's e-commerce for you, a mall that fits right in your pocket. All right, so we get the what. But what about the how? How does it all actually work? Let's trace the journey of an online order, step by step, from the moment a seller puts something online to the second that package lands on your doorstep.
Okay, so it all kicks off with step one. A business sets up its online shop, its digital storefront. Then comes you, the customer, browsing around. You find something you love, you add it to your virtual cart, and then you hit pay. And that's when the real action starts behind the curtain. In step 5, a notification zings to the seller. They find your item in a warehouse somewhere, box it up, and finally, a delivery service takes over for that last leg of the journey, right to your home. It's this incredibly coordinated dance of information and real-world logistics.
But here's the thing. E-commerce isn't just one single thing. It's not always about you buying a new pair of sneakers. There are actually a few different flavors, and it all comes down to a simple question. Who's selling and who's buying?
First up, you've got B2C. That stands for business to consumer, and it's the one we all know best. You know, you buying a shirt from a big brand's website. Then there's B2B, or business to business. This is when, say, a factory sells a huge shipment of parts to a car company. And finally, there's C2C, consumer to consumer. This is the engine that powers sites where you sell your used stuff directly to another person. So we've covered the what, the how, and the different types. Now let's pull back and look at the big picture. Why has this system completely taken over? Why does it matter so much?
Well, it really boils down to 4 huge advantages. 1, it's just so convenient, right? You can shop from your couch at 2 a.m. 2, it's fast. An order takes, 30 seconds? 3, it's global. You can buy something from a little shop halfway across the world. And 4, the variety is practically endless. E-commerce just blows away all the physical limits of a regular store.
But let's be real, it's not always perfect. I'm sure we've all been there. Your package is delayed, or the thing that arrives looks nothing like the pictures online. And in the worst-case scenarios, you've got to watch out for online scams. These are the real-world headaches that the industry is always trying to solve.
But even with those challenges, you just can't deny the impact. E-commerce has become this powerful, democratizing force. Think about it. A small business, maybe an artist or a family-run shop, can now sell to the entire world, all from a single laptop. That completely changes the game.
The internet has literally become a global marketplace. Almost anything you can possibly think of is already just a click away. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. What's next?